Hello, this is Chris Self, Solutions Architect here at InSource.Solutions. I'm here to share with you today a bit about a data-driven culture and what that means, and use downtime tracking as an example of how becoming a data-driven culture can drive you quickly towards operational excellence. When you think about the various initiatives that you're running in your facility today, whether it be operational efficiency or quality or asset management or even compliance, doesn't it make sense to use the best information possible to drive the decision-making process for optimal improvement? Consider this. Is your organization data-driven, or are decisions made more on the basis of gut feel or intuition, or maybe somewhere in between? A telltale sign is the language you hear day to day. Gut feel language sounds something like, "I think the problem is," "I feel we should," "I believe this will solve the problem." Contrast that with a more data-driven culture, where you will hear people talking in a different way, like, "What are your thoughts based on what the dashboard shows? I was notified on my way in this morning. Let's have a look." Let's verify the data and share it with the team. Doesn't the data-driven language sound more collaborative and team-oriented? What impact does this language and approach have on the organization's collective ability to get the job done and done right? A highly functional team must make the most of every interaction and every meeting by working from a common set of facts, sharing knowledge, and deciding what to do next based on those facts. There are many opportunities for this daily. Think of the shift change meetings, daily production meetings, weekly and monthly meetings, not to mention the myriad of process improvement, equipment vendor meetings. The list goes on. The average manufacturing facility could have over 1,500 meetings per year. The question is, how can you make your meetings more effective, collaborative, and yes, data-driven? Let's consider an example. Take downtime tracking and the various approaches that you might see in a manufacturing organization. Well, our gut feel organization on the left, they're probably saying our biggest downtime issue must be this. It's like shooting darts in the dark. They might hit the target occasionally. Most often they're going to be missing. The organization on the right is doing better. They're manually logging entries on a paper, probably taking that information and manually typing that into Excel, doing some calculations, perhaps creating some charts and graphs. Certainly better than nothing, but fraught with issues. For example, it is time consuming, produces a lot of latency in the decision-making process, very error prone, and very importantly, the information that you get from this is limited in context because, again, it's time consuming and expensive to manually gather all that contextual information to help you make better decisions. A big issue also, shorter duration events are typically ignored. Think about that. If you have just 3 downtime events at 2 minutes each per shift, that's 109 hours of downtime that could be recouped per year. What's 1 hour of uptime worth to your organization? Is there a better way? You bet. The idea is to automatically capture as much information about downtime events and the reasons why the equipment is down based on what's in your automation system, in your PLCs and your distributed control systems. They don't know all of the answers, but what the automation system does not know, the people, the operations people, probably do. You afford them the opportunity to enter that information in to give you a full picture of what's happening in the process. Once you've done that, you have lots of opportunity now for improvement and quicker improvement through notifications, real-time alerts, deep dive reports, as well as that ad hoc analysis to enable you to do that root cause analysis that enables you to get to the bottom line, get things fixed, and move on to the next challenge. Here's an example of a day in the life of a more data-driven manufacturer, and you'll see the user experience for various personas in the plant, such as the process operator, supervisors, and managers, as well as process improvement engineers and analysts. First, the plant floor operator needs to see the most granular and real-time information. Remember, this interface is totally flexible and configurable and will display the information you need to see. In this case, the interface is showing real-time values from the performance monitoring system, such as OEE, good counts, and rejects. It's also showing real-time values like equipment status and downtime reasons directly from the control system, such as a PLC. Remember, the PLC will likely detect equipment downtime events, but may or may not automatically assign a downtime reason code. We'll talk more about that later. This interface can also provide some immediate feedback from a historical perspective around what events have been occurring on the processing equipment, including the frequency and duration of events. It will also show key performance indicators such as OEE and its components, availability, performance, and quality. You may also want to track some events and processes manually. In this example, we're tracking the combined efforts of the operations team and the maintenance team as to how well they work together to solve issues and get the process back on track. Often the operations and maintenance personnel need to manually categorize events. The interface to do this can look and feel in any way that you would like. We provide you with equipment-specific reason codes for quick and easy selection, as well as free-form comments. Now let's put our production supervisor, maintenance, or engineering hat on as we look at the detailed historical reporting that enables data-driven decision-making. Reporting allows various users to focus on specific equipment, products, specific event types, or even specific production orders. Think about having the right data to help you better manage equipment performance characteristics and communicate that to your vendors. Perhaps overall reliability is your focus, and you need the right data to support improvement initiatives in the plant. There are many roles in a typical manufacturing facility that can leverage this kind of information to improve plant operations. Higher levels of key performance indicators like overall equipment effectiveness and its components of availability, performance, and quality are key to understanding overall performance of the plant. Availability is the percentage of time the asset was producing and answers utilization questions. Performance is the percentage of time the asset was running at or above its rated capacity or speed. Quality is the percentage of good or saleable product the asset is producing. OEE accounts for all three as an overall percentage. While reporting is very useful and important, reports are designed to show you certain information but within some boundaries. Often, certain roles in the plant, such as process improvement engineers and system analysts, need a more flexible view of the data to support the decision-making process. When we see poor performance, we naturally want to dig deep and find out why the performance is suffering. Filtering the data and drilling down to more granular levels of detail often bring to light what we need to make the next big decision. Running experiments and looking for insights requires the ability to slice and dice based on various dimensions such as equipment, shift, product, event type, and so forth. Your measures are the performance metrics such as downtime, uptime, good parts, rejected parts, rework, and so forth. Tools that show these relationships help you to answer questions like, what is my worst performing piece of equipment? How well do assets perform when running certain products? Which assets are starved or blocked and why? Is my new piece of equipment performing as the warranty states? How can I prove that the equipment needs major maintenance? Are operators running the machinery in the most effective way? These are all an important part of being a data-driven enterprise. Thanks for watching, and you may be asking, are data-driven decisions possible for you and your organization? InSource believes they are. If you have initiatives in any of the manufacturing domains that you see here, InSource has the capability and expertise to help you in any of these. Not only do we provide technology, but also help you to develop capable people as well as good manufacturing practices. Thank you again for watching, and visit us at InSource.Solutions or give us a shout at 877-InSource. Thank you again.